I want to talk to you a little bit about some of the different features that the mouse has. It's going to be important in any program you work in to recognize the different ways the mouse changes what it looks like, but especially in Excel. Let's go ahead and flip over and I'll show you the 4 different ways your mouse will look in Excel. There are 4 different ways your mouse will look when you're working in Excel. And let's start with this one. When you see a white cross like you see here, you're going to use that when you're trying to select one or more cells. If I click in any cell, that's called selecting a cell. That means that's the active cell, nail the one you'll actually be typing in. If I need to select multiple cells, I'm going to place that white cross right in the middle of that cell and drag straight down or across, and that's called selecting a range. We'll talk about ranges a little bit later, but ranges are basically a group of adjacent cells. If you click away from those, you will deselect your range. The next thing your mouse will look like is these black crosshairs that you see right here. Now I got that by pointing to the little box in the bottom right hand corner of that active cell. This is called the fill handle. The fill handle actually will do 2 different things in your computer. The first thing is there are some lists that are pre-built in Excel. Those lists are days of the week, months of the year. If I type any day of the week in this cell, let's say I put Friday in here and I drag this down, you'll see it will continue the list for me. I can also go to the right or left and it will do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and delete those. If you have something in a cell that's not part of one of those predefined lists, and this could be numbers, text, anything, it will actually copy whatever's in that cell. Let's say I put the number 32 in there and I drag straight down. Notice it just copies 32. The reason it doesn't count is it doesn't know in what sequence you want to count, and we will talk about how to make it do that a little bit later. But for now, just know that the fill handle will copy whatever's in that cell. This is going to be one of your best friends in Excel. There will be times when you write formulas that you'll want to copy that formula, and this will just do that for you. The next thing you'll notice is that if I point my mouse around the edges of my active cell, I get this white arrow with a little cross behind it that's going to allow me to pick up whatever's in this cell. Let's say I had that 32 in there again. Notice I can just point around the edges and I can drag this information where I'd like it to be and just drop it off. And it will move that information to that new cell. Those are the different ways that your mouse will actually work in Excel. What I'd like you to do is pay particular attention as we go along to this, and you'll see that this will make life a lot easier for you in a lot of different situations.